I do recognize that there are left-handed guys and right-handed guys. So one of the things you like is the ability for a one-man shooting where this can be put on either side when you're actually using the pump, simply by changing where the hook is. And it also is very nice when you're not using the pump. Most machines, when you turn the motor on and off, they have a toggle switch. A toggle switch, what it does, it just turns off the electric motor. My toggle switch is a magnetic limit switch. This is done by a rare earth magnet powered by a switch, a magnetic switch. So if liquid, anything else spills on this, this would still work. So the way this works, the magnetic switch goes forward, engaging the motor, telling it to turn on. And one of the most important parts, this is connected to the ball valve. I have the only machine that actually shuts off the flow of liquid. What does that mean to you? When you shut this off, you stop the motor and you stop the line pressure. Whatever the line pressure is in these, and one liquid will typically require more pressure than others. So you maintain line pressure. And the other thing, when you do that, it does not drip. My machine does not drip. And what does that do for you? Number one, when you're pumping a floor in your end of your run, when you shut it off, you basically no longer dripping. Other machines, you should have a bucket to drain that drippage. The other advantage, when you start your second pass, by having the ball valve, it maintains line pressure. So the moment you move from one joint to the other, you can instantly start pumping without bleeding material into a spill bucket. The other factor I have on here is your speed control. So if a guy's operating, this is how you can control the speed of your pump. Moving to the front part, this looks a little complicated, but once you understand it, you'd want it on your pump. When you start up a project, you can remove these caps and you're able to pour material or circulate or empty your tank out when you're done. When you're ready to use the pump, you would shut these off, place the cap back on, and now we can open these up for the flow of the static mixture. As I was saying, these are used to bypass the material or when you want to empty your tank out when you're done with the job. But once you get your product properly circularized, you open these up and then you can go. What this allows you to do with these knobs, you can actually cycle your product prior to getting started on your job. You can run the product in on both sides. Another nice feature of having this is when you do a project, you first purge your tanks, you get your product flowing. So once you get done flowing your product properly, I always recommend doing a volume check. What you do is you go to 2 clean containers and then power your pump and see if you have a 1-to-1 ratio. It's so critical to know whether or not your pump is working on ratio 1-to-1.